Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Cripple. I'm your host, the Cripple, and today we're going to be trying a variation of something we've already done today, which is basically what every recipe ever is. It's just a variation of what the last guy created, essentially. So, you guys remember that I did Iggy in the Basket, or Egg in the Basket, as it's known here in America, because I watched it first on a British type movie or show, I can't remember. But instead of bread, we're going to be using ground beef. So what you want to do first is get out a section of it. So I'm using a large bowl first to kind of cut out your circle. And I hope this works. If it doesn't work, oh well. I don't know what that gassish sound is, but just kind of give it a little twist. And then we're going to remove the scraps because we're actually going to use the scraps. And this is just kind of basically what you're creating right now is this. You're creating the outside because you're going to use a much smaller one to create where the egg actually goes. So we're going to collect this all up. I'll be right back. Alright, now that you've created essentially what is a hamburger, you're going to take another... Actually, I'll be right back. This is not a good one for it, so I'll be right back. I've kind of come to the consensus that the one that I was using won't work, so make sure your patty is nice and, what's the word I'm looking for, put together. And then we're going to take a handleless metal measuring cup, and we're just going to do the same thing we did to the bowl. Except with this one, make sure to turn, because otherwise it's not going to come out pretty. Dang it! Alright, I'll be right back. This is not cooperating. What I was trying to say is, except for this one, we're not taking away the ring, we're taking away the middle part. And I've got both of those. We're going to use this in this video, and I'm just going to do a bunch of experiments with ground beef. So, this one, we're going to cook until it's just barely medium rare in the middle. And trust me, we're going to cook it the rest of the way through, meaning medium rare, because you got to let the egg cook, into it and stuff like that. So we're going to put this on the skillet or pan or whatever you happen to be using. And then, let it cook and then put the egg in. We're going to put the egg in, and I'm going to figure out what I want to do with this stuff, meaning the bowl stuff. And I'll be right back. Alright, now that that's cooking, we're going to let that go for 5 or 10 minutes. And we're basically going to take the rest of our beef, the remainder of this is going to go back in here. So, we're just going to plop it down in here. Oh no, we're going to drop it. It's a good thing I caught it. I'll be right back. Alright, as I was saying, you're basically going to layer it down in there, one layer at a time, and you're going to use something similar to, let's say this, just to kind of make a crevice for the egg. Because I don't know how well this is going to turn out, so I'm trying alternatives. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go find something. Alright, so two things. I've just flipped over the beef for the regular thing that I was going to try, but I can't really get the beef in the cup to cooperate with me, so I think I'm just going to freeze it and save it for another day. I hope you guys understand, but I just really want it to turn out right. So we're just going to let this cook for 2 to 5 minutes and then put an egg in, let that cook for 1 to 3. So I'm going to put this in the bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom. I'm going to put this in the freezer. I almost said bathroom again. But I'm going to put this in the freezer. And then I'm going to pay attention to that. So I will be right back. If I can hit the button. So I've checked the size of the thing that I used to cut. And I think this is about a 2 egg hole. So I'm going to use 2 eggs, and I'm actually going to take it off the heat so that way I can actually properly, because the reason why I don't like the only reason why I don't like this recipe is, excuse me, is because one egg always cooks faster than the other one if you use multiple eggs. You know, you have multiple layers of bread, multiple layers of beef, or whatever. So I'm going to take this off the heat, and then I'm going to put both eggs in at the exact same time, and hopefully they cook, you know, kind of simultaneously. I know the one closer to the actual heat source is going to cook faster, but it's just like a mind game, I guess. So I'll be right back. I'm going to let this cook all the way through, and yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Okay, so I've removed it from the heat, and we're just going to let it rest for about 20 minutes, just so that way the structural integrity can set in for the beef. Because I don't want it to fall apart, because that'll look really lame. It'll look like I'm just having ground beef with, or I'm having hamburger with eggs. That'll look really lame. But, so I'm going to let that set up for about 20 minutes, just so that it's completely cool. The pan is completely good. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like, the dropping each egg in looks like. And then, yeah, should be fun. So, I will be right back, and, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I hope you guys are having fun, and I will see you guys in 20 minutes. Well, it'll feel like a second for you guys. Record. Thank you. Now it is time. This is nice and cool. See? Not hot at all, but I don't recommend doing that. Now it's time to crack our eggs, and I know I've probably said this already before, but always make sure to... Oh! No, I can fit another one in there. Always make sure to crack your eggs on a flat surface. Like some people crack it like this, you get eggshell in there. Some people crack it like that, eggshell. Crack it on a flat surface so that way you get minimal push-in of the shell. And then you want to roll it over and do the same thing. It breaks the shell without actually breaking the shell. Like it stays, I don't know what that term would be called, but it stays relatively intact. So we're going to turn the heat back on, cover these, and then just let them cook for, I'd say about 5 minutes, but you could like yours a little bit yolkier. I'm just cooking them for 5 minutes covered because that way I can pick them up, because otherwise it just turns into a nightmare, like I said before. So, oh, and I've also got 2 slices of cheese to cover these bad boys with at the end. So I will see you guys in 2 to 5 minutes. Ow! As you can see, I just burned my face. Oh, that hurt. That was perfectly timed, but also, ow. I'm good. I'm good. Now we're going to cover and cover this because this is a time bomb, apparently. I love how I hit record and everything goes wrong. We're gonna let this kind of just cook itself on the residual heat. I've turned the heat completely off. And another reason, side note, that's why I wear glasses. Well, no, I'm blind as a bat. That's why I wear glasses. But if I wasn't blind, I'd still wear glasses just for things like that because it's all over my glasses, but not in my eye. But we're just gonna kind of let this cook itself and maybe put it on low, literally low, for until the cheese is melted. So yours could take 5 minutes, mine could take 10 minutes. I really can't tell you. So once this is done, I'm gonna wait for it to completely cool again. So another 20 minutes, and then we're gonna plate. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes, or maybe now. How about now? This looks absolutely delicious. I might have overdone it on the cheese, but that's okay. I'm still learning. So, here we go. Oh, yeah! It's still running. Cool. But check that out. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. It's a little too hot, but I'm going to take a bite of something that's not. Granted, I just took a bite of what essentially was a cheeseburger. So there we go. I'm going in for another bite. Hey. Oh, wow. What's the word I'm looking for? Ooh. Sorry, hot patch got me. But the very salty flavor of the beef mixed in with the kind of cheddariness of the American cheese blends perfectly with the egg. I don't know how else to describe egg's flavors, so whoops. But it works out perfectly. I don't know why. I didn't think this would work out good, but this worked out fantastically. And then for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be very busy because I have a lot of trips coming up. So, I guess not. Maybe. There you go. Excuse me. So if I'm not recording as much as I usually do, which is, I try and do twice a week, but if I can't do twice a week, I try to do at least once a week. But if I'm not recording as much, that's why. But who knows, I might record with my family. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Cooking with the Cripple. I've been your host, Cripple, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!